Hey guys, what's going on? MaxFTE here, and today I'm back with another Pokemon Go Great League Remix Cup video. Today, we're going to be using Shadow Magnezone, just a complete powerhouse, matched up with Annihilate and Mantine on the back. But yeah, did you also know that only 3.5% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed? So if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe, and help us on the road to 10k. But yeah, let's jump straight into the battles. So for the first battle here, we've got Magnezone on the lead against Greninja. This is going to be a pretty good lead, however, they are going to be able to sort of outpace us here. We are going to have to shield up if we do want to take this match. I'm pretty sure in Night Slash we would just barely live, however, we're just going to shield up there, save our health on the Magnezone. Going to go for a Wild Charge. This is going to do about 50% of the Quagsires health, and then swap straight into the Mantine. Obviously, they're not going to have reached a Stone Edge yet. Okay, yeah, I'll totally eat my words there. They have actually reached a Stone Edge, and so we're going to be getting pretty low on health. This is only going to be an Aqua Tail, so at this point we are just barely going to be able to get to another move. We are pretty close to getting to one more move as well, but they're going to let that go through, and we are just unfortunately going to be taken out by the Mandibuzz before we can actually get to our move. Thankfully, we do have our Magnezone here, and we are going to bait the shield first, go for the mirror shot. This is going to get a shield, thankfully, and as well, they do throw in bad move timing, so we are going to get a move through there as well. They go for the aerial ace, and we just barely managed to reach a wild charge. I don't think this is quite going to KO from this range. Sorry, my bad. Yes, it does. And so we're going to come in with Annihilate and farm all the way down. I can't remember exactly where I got this team from. I want to say it was off of Twitter at some point. I can't remember who I got it from. Apologies if this is your team. I just thought I'd give it a go. Had a lot of fun with it, so I'm just showing off my battles here. Magnezone against the Carbink. This is generally, well, it is pretty positive for us. Unfortunately though, just because we are so squishy, we are going to shield up the Rock Slide from the Carbink. Made a bit of a mistake here, or so I thought. I actually expected them to shield that Wild Charge. I sort of thought the Incinerate would have gone through, and obviously the debuff from the Wild Charge being applied to me, that would have done extreme damage. However, because they let it go through and it took them out, it's not going to matter. They're going to come in with the Victory Bell, and we're going to come in with the Mantine. So they come back in with the Carbink, and realistically at this point, this game is over. There's nothing they can do. They got no shields left. We've got a Magnezone and an Annihilate. Just gonna build all the way up to the. I wanted to sort of BM and catch onto the Magnezone there, but yeah, the timer unfortunately wasn't up. They would have got into a Moonblast, and they probably could have taken that game if I'd sort of been silly about it, but thankfully we didn't let that happen. Next battle, we've got Dragonite on the lead. It's an iffy one, depending on well, we're going to go for a Mirror Shot first. I think Mirror Shot would actually be enough to take them out, and so that's why they're going to shield up. They're actually going to swap out and catch the move onto Berserker, and at this point this is where I realised what team this was, and so it was a pretty good catch, to be fair, and that probably gave them a bit of an edge there. And so we're gonna come in with our Annihilate and farm all the way down. At this point I know they've got Empoleon in the back, and so I know that Mantine isn't really good against either Berserker or Empoleon, but I know that Berserker is better against the Mantine, so that's why we came in with Annihilate against the Berserker. And so now they've just got the Empoleon left, we've only got the Mantine left. They're able to do neutral damage with the Drill Peck, however, it is, like, Mantine is really bulky, so at this point it's not going to matter. We do still have a shield left, and we are going to let it go through. Just because the Steel Wings are going to be doing nothing from the Empoleon, we are going to let that other one go through. I'm going to go for the Aerial Ace, and this is actually going to be let through. I think at this point I can just farm all the way down, which is going to be taking them out. Next battle, Magnezone v Magnezone. This is a tricky one. Sort of a game of chicken, but by the time it gets to sort of second or third charge move, you're pretty low anyway. So we're just going to throw the first wild charge, and it does actually get let through and takes them out. And so Annihilate into Cresselia. They come in with the Mandibuzz, which, I mean, on paper, you would think, okay, a Ghost type versus the Flying type. Sorry, Ghost type versus the Dark type, as well as the Fighting type versus the Flying type. On paper, it's just terrible. However, because they are part Dark type, they are going to be taking neutral damage from the counters, as well as if you saw in the first Night Slash, I actually did get the boost. And so we're going to go for another Night Slash because we've got double boosted. It's just putting a lot of pressure on with the counters. And so we're going to let that go through. I mean, we didn't even shield anything at that point, and you see how close that was. They do come with the Cresselia. We're going to bait a shield, hoping to grab one. Obviously, we don't want to be baiting our lowering our defense that quickly. Gonna catch a move onto the Mantine. This should be a Moonblast. I want to say against the Mantine that the Grass Knot is more efficient to go for, therefore making the catch quite nice. And so they're gonna go for a Grass Knot. At this point, I want to say I just sort of let everything go through, and I think from here I could actually just farm all the way down with the Magnezone. Yeah, I'm gonna let this go through. Doesn't make sense to shield anything. And yeah, because the Psycho Cuts aren't going to be doing any damage at all to the Magnezone, just going to hit the excellent there. They're going to grab the final shield to add sort of insult to injury. We get the debuff on their attack. They try to catch onto the Mandibuzz. Thankfully, we were waiting for it, going for the wild charge and taking them out. Nice little 2 shield flex there. Magnezone versus the Dragonair. It is actually a regular Dragonair, which is a bit different. I've never actually seen a regular Dragonair. Well, not for years and years anyway. And so we're gonna go for a Mirror Shot. It does get let through, and at this point I want to say I shield up and go for another Mirror Shot maybe. Yeah, throw another Volt Switch, go for a Mirror Shot. This is gonna be getting them pretty close to KO'd, but they actually let it go through. Unfortunately, we just barely miss out on the next charge move there. Aqua Tail is going to take us out. So just going to counter all the way down, build up a bit of energy. They come in with a Superior, which is a bit tricky. Obviously, Mantine is doing super effective with the Wing Attack Aerial Ace. They're going to be doing neutral with the Vine Whip and Leaf Tornado, and the Frenzy Plant as well, to be honest. But it's tricky because you don't want to sort of give up switch advantage that early. I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball, hoping to do some nice damage here. And it does actually take them out, and they do have Empoleon, which is, yeah, at this point we win. That was probably the best thing they could have had in the back, which was quite nice. We're going to come into our Mantine here, and they're gonna throw a move. But realistically, at this point, it's over. I'm not sure why they're still sort of even in the game. I'm going to go for a Water Pulse. This is going to be doing some, even though it's not very effective, it does do quite a lot of damage. And at that point, they're going to give up. They see the writing on the wall, and we take that game. But yeah, that was me using Magnezone, Shadow Magnezone, as well as Annihilate and Mantine in the Great League. If you enjoyed, let me know. If you've got any team suggestions or anything like that, let me know in the comments below as well. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. If you didn't enjoy, leave a dislike, let me know why. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya. Peace.